Alright, what's up guys? So I am recording this video again because I thought that I was recording, but it turns out I wasn't recording. Anyways, what's up? It is, once again, let me say the date. It is the 18th of March 2022, and I want to talk about, just a minute, I want to talk about Android phones, dude. This is this is pretty amazing. I'm going to talk about the factory reset protection mechanism that they have in place a little later. For now, just in general, like, holy shit, dude, this is really amazing. Like, wow, these are little mini computers, right? On which you have an operating system, and on top of that operating system, you can run various apps. So in a way, you can use these. Just excuse my position changes. I'm gonna change positions quite often. Um, so it's pretty amazing how you have these little mini computers. They are essentially mini computers, right? They have they have a CPU, they have memory, they have internal storage, they have input output capabilities, they have what's the word for that, connection capabilities. Like, what do you classify Wi-Fi and Bluetooth as? I guess connection, communication capability. Okay, well, you get the point, they have those capabilities, all of that on one chip, right? And it's pretty amazing, what you can do with these devices when you don't just look at it as a phone, but you rather look at it as a computer instead. There's quite a bit that you can do. I actually have a couple of projects planned that I'm working on. Um, I'm gonna be talking about them a little bit later. Just in general, dude. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Android phones, Android tablets. I think the same goes for Apple phones and Apple tablets, but like I don't know much about them, so I can't really talk a whole lot about them. Android phones generally. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I think I mentioned it in the previous vlog that I thought I was recording, but I wasn't recording, and I only realized that it wasn't recording when, because it wasn't recording and the camera wasn't doing anything, so the phone just turned the camera off, and I'm like, what? And then I checked and I found out that it's not recording. Anyways, so um, I think I had mentioned this in the previous in anyway. Okay, so uh, what I was trying to say is, I don't throw old phones away. Even from like family members and stuff, if they are getting a new phone, I'll gladly take that old phone from them, um, rather than them throwing it. And this is assuming that they don't have any use for it anymore, which generally people don't. Like for me, I do a lot of tech related stuff, so I can usually find use for old devices. I never throw away old PCs, old laptops. I just install Linux on them and repurpose the system. Linux is a fairly lightweight operating system, at least compared to Windows. So if you have a really old system and you want to repurpose it for whatever, maybe a dev environment for programming, maybe you want to, maybe you just want a simple system on which you can watch like YouTube and Twitch or Netflix or whatever, however you get your entertainment, you can do that. I've done that with one of my systems. It's pretty amazing. And the same goes for the same goes for Android devices, dude. You can repurpose them and use them for a variety of different purposes. Like, it is pretty amazing that these are, just a minute. It's pretty amazing that these things, these are little computers that have operating systems installed on them, and on top of those operating systems you have apps running. I'm not even going to go into the custom ROM side of things, because generally you have, like, we call these Android devices, right? That's because they run the Android operating system. that's not the only thing that they're capable of running. They're capable of running other operating systems as well. But to install those operating systems, you have to flash the custom ROM onto the device. That's a bit more of a, how do I say this? That's for more advanced users. Let's just put it that way. That's for more advanced users. I'm not there just yet. I'm still fairly new to. I don't think I'm going to be touching custom ROMs for a while, mostly because the device as it is, in its stock form, with the stock ROM, I'm able to get my work done pretty well. I have no reason to install a custom ROM yet. Later on, at some point, if I do see a reason, I'll look into it. But for the time being, I don't see a reason. I also just, quite frankly, don't have the time, because there's quite a bit of research that you have to do if you're gonna go into something like this. You also have to be really careful when you're flashing a custom ROM onto the device, because you can brick the device, basically rendering the device useless. And I don't want to do something like that unless I know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, like I said, for the time being, stock ROMs are getting the job done for me. So I have no reason to use a custom ROM. How did I get to custom ROMs? Yeah, okay, so I was saying that you can use custom ROMs, right? I'm using the stock ROM. For the time being, I'm using the stock ROM, and I'm pretty satisfied with the way I'm pretty satisfied with the amount of work that I'm able to get done with a stock ROM. I need to step away from stock. I keep talking about stock. I need to step away from ROMs, dude. So what I was saying, you can repurpose these devices and you can use them for various purposes. Once you do a factory reset on it, the device is as good as new, assuming there's no hardware issues with the device. Like, I don't know, certain devices over time they tend to develop hardware issues. That's just how electronics work, right? I mean, wear and tear, it happens. Assuming there's no hardware issues, you should be able to factory reset the phone and just repurpose it for whatever use. And dude, okay, talking about using these devices and repurposing them for different things, I've been using them for a lot of development related things, and holy shit, dude, the dev environment that you have set up is the dev environment, not that you have set up, that I guess Android has set up through like Android SDK and Android Studio and all of that stuff. It's pretty amazing. You have this tool called ADB. I think it stands for Android Debug Bridge. Don't quote me on that. Google it. I guess you'll find the full form. I think it's Android Debug Bridge. You can use that for various debugging purposes. You can hook up your phone to your PC via USB and establish a connection. Once you've established the connection, you can do, through ADB, you can do various things like getting system logs. System logs, you get them not exactly through ADB, but through another program called Logcat. That's also pretty amazing, dude. Like, I mean, you can get, okay, so there's a plugin for Logcat, for Android Logcat in Unity, where you can get all of the system messages in a window, and you have like filtering capabilities, and you can filter it by, I don't remember what all the options were, but you can filter it. You have quite a few filtering options. You have a search bar where you can search for certain types of messages. You can use regex. You can I think you can connect. You can have multiple devices connected. From what I remember, I haven't tried more than one device at a time. I usually only connect one device, and the device is recognized as long as it's connected via ADB. It's going to be recognized in the Logcat plugin. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So once you've connected your device through ADB, you can do a lot of stuff. ADB alone allows you to do a bunch of things like installing and uninstalling applications, sending and receiving files, rebooting the phone. You can also start a shell. That was something interesting to me. You can start a shell and you can execute various commands on the phone. Um, there's a lot more. I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's a lot more things that you can do. It's pretty amazing, dude. In terms of being able to set up a dev environment, it's pretty straightforward. Like it's pretty not straightforward. That's wrong. It's pretty beginner friendly, I guess I would say. Or let's just say it takes a small amount of research, and then you're able to create this dev environment and just get started with your development. Um, oh, so I was talking about factory reset. I was gonna mention Google's factory reset protection. How are we on time? Okay, so we've been going for close to 12 minutes. Okay, so um, factory reset protection. Um, just a warning for anyone who's trying to factory reset the phone. Before you reset the phone, be it a soft reset. I don't know if it's the same with soft reset as it is with hard reset, but I definitely had this problem with hard reset, and holy shit, dude, it took a while to get that problem fixed. Fortunately, I got it fixed. Just yesterday, actually, I got it fixed on two of the devices that I have. So if you're gonna be factory resetting the phone, when you log into a Gmail account on your phone, apparently that activates a factory reset protection mechanism on the phone, and that makes it so. Okay, so quick thing. I don't know if logging into your account is the same as syncing your account. I'm still not entirely sure what syncing your account to your phone means, so I'm not going to go into that. But like, I'm assuming this applies for when you've just logged into an account on your phone. So when you log into, let's say, your Gmail account on your phone, for the sake of this example, let's say this phone, because this was one of the phones on which I had the issue. So let's say I have this phone and I've logged into my Gmail account on this phone. Um, let's say I decide to do a factory reset, a hard factory reset. Now, when I first log into my Gmail account on this phone, apparently that activates a factory reset protection mechanism. Um, and what happens is, if the device gets factory reset, I don't know about soft reset, but I'm talking about hard reset. Hard reset is when so soft reset is when you try to do the factory reset from the settings menu, but hard reset is when you use the buttons of the phone to enter recovery mode and then do the factory reset that way. So hard reset is when you're actually using the buttons on the phone. Um, if you try to do a hard reset, the hard reset will succeed, but when you try to set up the phone again, like when you do a hard reset and then you start the phone technically for the first time, like you're hard resetting it, so it's the first time, right? So when you start the phone for the first time after the hard reset, um, after the setup process is like, initially it's probably going to ask you to connect to some kind of Wi-Fi network, and then it's going to say that this device was previously synced to a different Gmail, a different email account, or something along those lines. It's going to warn you that this device basically was synced to a different Gmail account previously, or a different email account. I don't know if it's specific to Gmail, but it was synced to a different email account. And so the device is locked, and you're going to have to log into that exact same email address in order to unlock the device. And dude, holy shit, I had like a lot of issues, dude, trying to solve that problem. I came so close to giving up on solving that issue. I actually looked into alternate methods, stuff like factory reset bypass mechanisms, which, dude, that's another interesting concept. The fact that you can actually bypass these factory reset mechanisms, and it seems to be different for each device, or at least the way that you go about it. I don't know if the APK that you use, or the mechanism, the coding in the APK that's being used is usually different. I don't know if it's different, but the way to access, or the way to be able to download. Okay, so I almost. So I have a couple of mice here. I almost dropped them. Okay, what was I saying? Okay. So I mentioned the APK, right? The APK is it's what helps with unlocking the FRP, the factory reset protection. So the reason you need this APK is because how do I say this? So when you set up the phone after a hard reset and you find out that the phone is FRP locked, there's a very limited amount of things that you can do. There's not a whole lot that you can do, because you'll usually be stuck on that screen where it keeps asking you to log into the email address. And depending on which phone you have, there's going to be different mechanisms to finally somehow be able to open up the browser. It's like, it's hard. It's like it depends. On some phones you can do it. On some phones it's really hard to get to that point. But different phones have different methods, which is pretty interesting, right? It makes recovery an interesting thing. Like, okay, so first of all, Google FRP, or let's just call it FRP. I don't know if it's specific to Google, but FRP. FRP is pretty. It's useful. Okay, I don't want to make it look like it's a bad thing. It's a pretty useful thing, because if you've logged into your phone, if you've logged into your Google account on your phone, and let's say the phone gets stolen, that happens, right? The person won't, unless it's a very tech savvy person, a person who really knows what they're doing with Android devices. Unless it's that kind of person, a normal user generally wouldn't be able to do much with the device, because the device it's going to be pretty useless. The device is going to be FRP locked, and so you can't really do anything with the device. You can't even access the OS with the device. So the device is basically, I mean, quote unquote bricked at that point, right? It's kind of useless. It's not completely a lost cause, because you can still do the factory reset, the FRP bypass. I think you can also flash a custom ROM, but flashing a custom ROM is like a completely new OS, right? So again, it goes into like really tech savvy kind of territory. Like, you have to be really tech savvy. You have to really know what you're doing if you're going to be flashing a custom ROM onto the device. Now, because you're limited in what you can do with FRP, with an FRP locked phone, so you have to find various ways to, and the way that you go about this will depend on the kind of phone that it is. But you'll have to find a way to get access to your phone's browser, and through the browser, you'll have to download the APK that is used for bypassing FRP. Oh, actually, that's not the only method. I've seen people using other methods, like connecting the phone to the PC, and then using some app on the PC to unlock the device. I haven't tried that. I haven't looked into that, so like I don't know much about that. You'll have to do your own research on that. The method that I've seen used most commonly is somehow downloading the APK onto the phone, then installing and running that APK, and that unlocks the FRP. I'm super interested in knowing how that APK works. Like I wanna try and, like, for educational purposes, just to put this out there, just for educational purposes, I wanna learn how to make such an APK. Um, just because I'm super curious about, like, the internal working of such a program, how this kind of program works. Oh shit, dude! I've been going for now 21 minutes. Um, what's 9 plus 10, right? Okay, so what was I gonna say? Shit, dude! I distracted myself with fucking 9 plus 10. What was I gonna say? Um yeah, I was talking about the okay. So I've spoken about the APK that you use to bypass FRP, and I've spoken about FRP itself. If you can manage to, like, if it's a friend's phone or a family member's phone or something, or if it's your own phone, uh, try to get the email address and password, or try to get them to log in with the email address and password. It's going to make your work so much easier than having to do all this other stuff. But of course, that's not always the case. That's not always possible for everyone. So, go with what's more convenient for you. uh, but yeah, that's something you wanna look out for. That's factory reset protection. Do not make the same mistake that I made. Do not hard reset a phone without first confirming that the phone doesn't have any email accounts that are logged in. Um, but yeah, dude, Android phones, dude, fucking amazing. I'm currently working on an app. That's I've actually worked on a couple of apps ever since I looked into the Android development environment, the Android development ecosystem, I guess you should say. I spent like a week doing research on it because I had to learn a couple of things about how things work. Um, and dude, I'm really excited to work on more and more things because holy shit, dude! Like I mentioned before, I think I mentioned this before. These are little mini computers, right? You can make them do whatever you want. Like um, I could use a phone as a server, for example. Any kind of server, maybe an OSC server. Um, a good segue into what I'm actually working on. So I'm currently working on an app for VR chat. This is an app that I'm going to use to send input messages via OSC into VR chat, so that I can control various things in VR chat. I was also working on another controller app that I was planning on using that's not VR chat related. It's more related to my stream in general. So various controls. The phone app is going to be able to control something. It's going to be able to send messages to control something in the PC app. The PC app is going to be the main controller app. But yeah, for the time being, I'm working on an OSC input app that's going to let me send input messages via OSC into VR chat. I'm also going to look into receiving input messages from VR chat. Another thing I'm looking into is OSC for avatars. That's going to be something interesting to explore, because that's also getting me to do research on avatars 3.0, AV3. Something that I haven't had the chance to look much into. Like each time I try to look into it, I get distracted with something else eventually. So this will be. I'm a VR chat world creator, for those of you who don't know. So I spend a lot of my time doing world creation related things. Um, it might be world creation itself. It might just be experimentation, because I like experimenting with things a lot. Not everything that I experiment with eventually becomes a world. Some of it, it's just experiments, and they remain experiments for my own use. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, I guess that's it. I just wanted to make this vlog to talk about fucking Android devices, man. Holy shit. These little mini computers, dude. So much that you can do with them. It is crazy. It is insane. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for this vlog. This is a close to 30-minute vlog. Um, oh, also, yeah, I don't think I've mentioned this. I mentioned this in a previous vlog, which I don't think I'm gonna be uploading at this point. Mostly because I've also spoken about the stuff that I spoke in that vlog. I've mentioned that in this vlog as well, so now that vlog is kind of, you know, I don't need to mention it. I don't need to upload it. I mean, I can just upload this. Um, yeah, what I wanted to mention. Okay, so if you've been watching the video so far, you've probably noticed that this video is in inverted colors, also called the negative effect. I kind of like this effect, dude. I really like this effect. Um, so I think I'm gonna record. I'm gonna record more vlogs in this effect. I'm probably gonna post stuff on TikTok as well. Well, okay, so I'm probably gonna upload YouTube Shorts as well. Um, and they're YouTube Shorts. I can post the same thing on TikTok as well. Uh, same video length. So yeah, I might start posting YouTube Shorts in this negative mode, inverted color mode. I really like this effect, dude. I want to make an avatar that has these kinds of colors. Like it'll have normal colors, and then through shaders I can create the inverted color effect. Um, yeah, let's see how that goes. Anyways, so I guess that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.